Hello listeners, it is me, Cuthbert the Robot. The following episode was originally recorded in the summer of 2019 as an edition of a show that could be released in an emergency should the Shy Life podcast need to shut its doors suddenly, or in the tragic situation that Mr. Yeti might get squashed by a falling piano and not be able to conclude the series in the traditional way. Anyway, it now seems a little dated, and a new emergency episode will soon be going into production, so we're releasing the old edition now as our April Fool's edition for 2022. So sit back now, and listen to the very last edition of a Shy Life podcast. Or had life taken a different turn, what might have been the end? Don't worry, we're not going anywhere, but just allow yourself to imagine what might have occurred. And enjoy!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good luck, studio.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti. He's not that shy.
Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's not all that shy, is right.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Excellent.
521.
Hello, campers. How are you?
Many years in the future, back on Ick's home planet. Ick is now an old alien, and he is sitting by the fireside surrounded by many of his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. He has a story to tell them, a story all about the Shy Life podcast.
Oh, Grandfather Ick, please will you tell us about the podcast that you're on? Oh, all right, Ick Jr., I will tell you about the Shy Life podcast, but I have told you so many stories. What would you like to hear? Oh, Grandfather Ick, tell us about how the Shy Life podcast came to an end. Oh, I suppose I can do that. Are you sure you want to hear how the Shy Life podcast came to an end? Oh, yes, Grandfather. Oh, yes, most definitely. All right, then. Well, let's run the theme music, and when we come back, I'll tell you just what occurred. Oh, yes, I can hear the theme music coming now. Oh, yes.
Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, well, it's a positive thing then. The High Life, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
Don't want four nuts.
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious.
This particular episode of the Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, he hasn't found out my secret. I think he has.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
So, did we say?
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Uncle John's ankles as well.
But has the Shy Life podcast slowed down? I don't think so.
It's all gooey and meaty and yum.
Well, Ick Jr. and all of your little icky friends, I am going to tell you about the last days of the Shy Life podcast and how the show drew to a close. Oh, yes, please tell us. Do tell us, Grandfather. Well, it happened a bit like this.
Oh, listeners, you know what I want? I want an adventure. I've worked at this college now for over 20 years, and I can't see that my life is going to be one of excitement. Not if I stay here. I'm sorry, it's just not going to be. But then again, moving to a new library, that doesn't fill me full of any excitement either. No, podcasting and writing and being creative, that's my life. And, yeah, I really do want an adventure, and I don't know, maybe it's a midlife crisis. Although, it's getting on a bit late for me to have a midlife crisis. Although, you know, I'm quite prepared to hang around to 100 if need be. You know what, listeners? I feel like I should be honest with you. I really do. I feel like I should be honest with you, and I should tell you what I've been planning. I've been planning it for a few months now, and Ick has been helping. Come on, come with me. We'll head home. I need to show you what's been going on down in the laboratory. Hi Ick, it's me. It's Paul the Shy Yeti.
Hello, Paul. How are you doing? What's going on?
Oh, I've just told the listeners something.
Oh, yes. What have you told them?
I've told them that I'm making a plan to maybe move on. A great adventure.
Oh, yes, Paul. Yes, you've been planning that for some time.
Yes, well, what I haven't told them is that you've been building a rocket for me.
Yes, Paul, yes, I have. A rocket. A rocket so you can travel.
Yes, you see, listeners, we know that Ick has his own spaceship, but, well, I don't necessarily know whether Ick wants to travel with me. We've never really discussed it. That's not the point.
No, Paul. You know, this is about you. This is your adventure.
Yes, thanks, Ick. So, yes, Ick has been helping building me a rocket, and it's very nearly ready.
It is, yes, it is very nearly ready.
And, you know, it's a quite big spaceship he's made, quite a big rocket. It would take, you know, there would be space for one or two other people. You know, maybe for Dealey, maybe for some of the orchids, some of the cactus in my flat.
Yes, Paul. You could be like a little ark with Dealey and the plants.
Yes. But hopefully I'll get some companionship. You know, some of the regulars might go with me. You know, Ick, some of the regulars.
Yes, Paul, but I've told you that I'm not sure that I will be able to go.
I know, Ick, and I know you said that, and I still want you to know that the offer is open to you.
Yes, Paul, yes, of course, but you need to speak to the others first. Ask them. They are the people you should ask first.
Well, I don't agree there. I mean, you've built this rocket for me. I mean, golly, I just don't know how many of them would actually want to come.
Well, you must ask them.
All right. Oh, dear.
Paul, you need to speak to the listeners as well.
Oh, awkward conversation time, listeners. Listen, if I go up into space, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue the podcast. I've been doing this podcast a long time now. I know, in the timescale of things, it's just a blip. A tiny, tiny, tiny blip. But this podcast is very important to me. It's been my life. It really has. It's been my social life. It's what I do every evening. It's what I do every lunchtime. It's what I do when I wake up in the morning. I love doing it. To be honest, I don't do it just for you. Although it's nice to have you listening, I do it for me. And, if you say to me, what would you like to do? What about a night out with Brad Pitt or doing some editing? Well, Brad Pitt's all very well, but I'd rather get on with my editing, to be honest. Well, maybe if it was somebody else other than Brad Pitt. But anyway, it is top of my list, near the top of my list. It's pretty much in the top 3 of things that I want to be doing. And I spend my lunch break doing the podcast. I spend my evenings doing the podcast. I find the best way to wake up in the morning is to spend a bit of time doing editing. And the same in the evenings. I love doing it.
Okay, Paul, I think you've made your point.
Thanks, Ick. What I'm saying is that for the first time in quite some time, I've got something else I want to do, which may mean that, well, I don't know when I'll be back. And I don't think that I'll be able to post the podcast from space. What I will do is record a diary.
That is a good idea, Paul. That is a very good idea.
So maybe, in a way, a podcast will continue. I just don't know when I'll get it back to you. I don't know how I'll get it back to you. It may end up being a podcast that I post on a planet that I don't even know exists at this very moment. Who knows, Paul? Who knows? But you can't let the podcast hold you back. Not with your adventures. I understand it, and I agree, and I hope the listeners understand. I'm going away, and yet, well, my life will continue, I hope. And I'm sure I'll continue to be creative, and I'm sure I'll continue to record things, but I just don't know. I just don't know whether you'll get to hear it. So, I'm saying it now. This is probably...
Don't say probably, Paul. Say definitely.
Oh, Ick, why do I have to say definitely? What if something changes?
Oh, listeners, this is the last episode of the podcast. At least for now. We don't know how long Paul will be gone for.
Yes. Listeners, I hope you're okay with this. Let's just make the best of this episode. Now, I could do like a flashback episode to all my favourite bits, all my favourite moments.
Oh dear. But you love all the episodes. That would take ages.
I do love all the episodes. They're like my children. Well, maybe somebody else will do a compilation of my best bits. It's not really for me to say my best bits.
Maybe Paul. Maybe Paul, maybe not.
There's so much I would have liked to have done. There's so much still I could do, but I need to go up into space.
I mean, I'd rather you went up into space than went into another dimension, for instance.
Oh, yes, good point, Ick. That reminds me of the, of the other dimensional me. Yes. I was forever being lured over there, and at one point it did seem like a possibility, but no. I think exploring up into space is probably healthier.
Depending where you end up, yes. Just as long as you don't fall into some sort of bubbling molten sea or something.
A bubbling molten sea? I do hope not. I don't intend to.
Well, it'll be fine.
It will be fine. Anyway, listeners, don't be sad. There are lots of episodes. You can go back and listen from the start. Or choose a new podcast. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. I just, I didn't want to go up into space not having said goodbye. No. That would be awful. That would be unfair on you. When I did Sutton Park all those years, there really was no last episode. I was still filming Sutton Park right up to the end of 2000, and then I changed jobs, and, well, I don't know, I just got distracted. I got distracted, and we recently found a tape of like a lone episode of Sutton Park, or scenes from Sutton Park recorded in very late 2001. I didn't even know those existed. So, you know, even though I came back and continued again a bit more in 2010, Sutton Park never had a proper ending. I suppose sort of what was going on in Sutton Park, it was very difficult to sort of say, this is the end, this is the matter solved, because the matter hasn't been solved. You don't solve a problem like Sutton Park. But I guess I could have sort of, you know, said, well, this is it. No more Sutton Park. I suppose I did. It just was very difficult to finish the show because the problem wasn't sorted and I wasn't, like, killed off. So my mistake was to lose interest, to get distracted by other things. And, you know, had the show been on YouTube or had the show been on a TV channel, it would have just fizzled out, and suddenly you would have found, apparently that was the last episode. I had no idea. Well, anyway, I don't want that to happen with the Shy Life podcast. I want to say, here and now, this is the last episode, and I'm saying goodbye. I'm moving to different things, and I don't know how it will work out, and who knows, maybe I'll be back. Do you remember when Big Fatty said that his show was going to finish at 3,000? He said that for many years. He said that for a long time. Pretty much the whole time that I listened to the show, when I first started listening, I knew that that's when Big Fatty was going to come to an end. And then, well, situations changed, and, well, the show did not end at 3,000. It's a bit like Doctor Who. For years they said that the Doctor only had a certain amount of regenerations, but at the time it was said almost in jest. It was said thinking that the show would never reach that point, and then when of course it did reach that point, they didn't want it to end, and so they thought of a way around it, and they were able to move on. I've said enough. I've waffled for long enough. Listeners, let's just get on and have a fun episode. I think I need to speak to the regulars. I need to tell them what's happening, and I need to ask them if they want to come with me. Will you come with me when I do that? Good. Well, listen, I'm going to read some poems now. I'm going to read some poems, and I think possibly I'll choose some of my favourites. You may have heard them before, but, well, it seems like the right time to read some of my favourite pieces. This one's called Furry from the Deep. They'd seen the first hint of invasion. They'd watched from the hills to the sea. They'd seen the spacecraft low descending as they gathered to watch at the quay. The tides frothed with brutal intentions, and a light scanned the oceans below. The waters grew rougher and boiled with a fierce undertow. In the town by the quay all was silent, as the locals knew not what to do. Oh, on the beaches they waited just watching. What would become of them nobody knew. The sky burst with storms high above them, the light in the sea growing dim. Judgment Day close had now come a-calling, with a future that looked pretty grim. But just as soon as it started, concluded. Yes, the skies cleared a wondrous blue. All eyes though were still on the waters for a sight of that UFO crew. For a time there was nothing, no movement. Oh, the sea lay as calm as a pond. But then suddenly bubbles emerging, with strange shapes rising up from beyond. There were screams, there were cries, there was horror. As they watched the shapes moving beneath, they were all visualizing a terror, 12 foot tall and with 16-inch teeth. They imagined an army of beasties, with a way gruesome glare in their eyes, cold-blooded and ready to eat them. What emerged then was quite a surprise. What emerged then was just not expected. Not an alien Hulk, tooth and claw. The reaction not more cries or screaming, just a loud and affectionate "Aww." They weren't ugly like Frankenstein's monster, or some horrible blood-sucking thing, for in truth they were really quite lovely, pink and fluffy like rabbits in spring. As the creatures came slowly towards them, the vicar's wife gave a jovial hoot. Oh, how sweet, she was then heard to mutter. They've got dimples, how terribly cute. The reaction was echoed by others. These new beings looked cuddly like bears. The villagers began waving now, gaily, both relieved and relaxed without cares. So caught up in excitement they revelled, the carefree locals not fearing their fate. Alien invasions can be rather jolly. They all saw the big guns just too late. Ooh, I say. This one's called Never Trust a Skinny Fish and Chip Man. Never trust a skinny fish and chip man. He should be 6'4", his muscles hard. His face should be a rosy-coloured red too, and his arteries hold blood that's made of lard. Oh, never trust a skinny fish and chip man, 'cause you never know what he might have in store. No, you never know where he has stuck his sausage. If you see him eating salad, call the law. There's something odd about a skinny fish and chip man. He may batter you until you're black and blue. He may wee into your mushy pea container, but that's not a thing that anyone should do. So please do beware a skinny fish and chip man. He may worship you just like you are a god, but just be sure you realise when he snogs you that all the time he make-believes he's kissing cod. This one's called Mystery Hen. Mystery Hen, she's enigmatic. She cannot swim, she's not aquatic. Yet fly she will amidst of feathers, a storm of wings out in all weathers. She may look sweet, but she's a killer, with the muscles of a mean gorilla. Gets the better of those greedy foxes, her victims' tails all stored in boxes. Mystery Hen, she cannot cluck. Her eggs aren't worth a single buck. Her wardrobe's full of neat disguises, big wigs and beards, all shapes and sizes. She's wearing boots, their armour plated, her beak's lime green and quite updated. Her mission is to find the truth. No cowering trick, that's walk-tooth sleuth. Mystery Hen, she's looking frisky. She likes a drink, she bathes in whiskey. It keeps her tough and quite alert, it helps her think, it helps her flirt. She struts around the chicken pen. She's looking for some cock again. Her secret's out. She's quite a pecker, that floozy hen, a foul home wrecker. Such a mystery, she's so deceptive. Anti-hero thief or hen detective? My last poem for this last episode of the Shy Life podcast is John, I'm Only Rhyming. John, I'm only rhyming, I can hear some people tut. They don't want our twisted lyrics, I think they're going off their nut. Why do they have to be so boring? Who says it's them that sets the rules? It's like they're our poetry headmasters and we're enrolled within their schools. I'm not averse to ditching rhythms if what I'm writing doesn't fit. They're all so stuck in their own ways, I think they must have shares in Prit. Oh John, I'm only rhyming, and now I don't mean to impose, but ain't it best to be free-thinking and just write down whatever flows? John, I'm only rhyming, well I see it as a gift. While some other people grumble, I really think they're pretty miffed. I cannot fathom why they worry, why they make their weak protest. Do they really think they're better? Do they really think they're blessed? That's the sort of attitude that makes folk think they're high and mighty. We want them reading us at breakfast over croissants in their 90s. Oh John, I'm only rhyming, yes we should start our own campaign. Let us stand up for the rhymers, we're really going to make it plain. John, I'm only rhyming, am I not a proper poet? Do I have to be pretentious? Have I failed? Heck, did I blow it? Do I really have to mean it? Do I need to get much tougher? Do I have to fight the good fight? Do I really have to suffer? Yes, the most eccentric stanzas into poems should be smuggled. I simply want to play with words. The English language should be juggled. Oh John, I'm only rhyming, don't you agree it's quite beguiling? I only want to make 'em chuckle, I simply want to keep folks smiling. John, I'm only rhyming, and it's what I'll keep on doing. Oh, let the academics growl, or let them say we've gone to ruin. Yes, let them claim we're an abhorrence. Let them give us a bad name. Why should we ever want to be like them? Why should we ever want to be the same? They're like the bullies in the schoolyard. Well, let them bugger off, go hang. We will do just as we please, yes, form some crazy rhymers gang. Oh John, I'm only rhyming, let us flaunt our lyrical defiance and keep on doing as we do. You know, it's hardly rocket science. Thank you for listening, listeners. If you like those poems, you'll find them in the book Shy Yeti's Greatest Hits, available on lulu.com or Amazon. Goodbye for now. Moving on. Okay, listeners, time to go and speak to the regulars. I wonder if I'll be able to encourage them to come along. Hi guys, it's me, Paul the Shy Yeti. Just sending this out to a few of you. I'm about to go on a big adventure without going into big long detail. It has helped me to build a space rocket, and I'm going to go up into space. And I just wondered if anyone wanted to come with me. I can't tell you how long it's going to be. We might be gone for 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades. I don't know. We're just going to go up into space and explore. I fancy a change, and I just wondered if any of you would like to come. But just let me know as soon as you can, please, because I want to make a start pretty quickly. All right, okay. Don't feel you have to, by the way. Just if you want to. Hey, Paul, it's me, Comedy. I got your message. Oh, I heard you, speaking about traveling off into space in your rocket. Gosh, it's quite a big plan. And, well, I know you asked if I would like to accompany you, and, I'm just not sure. But I'm thinking. I am thinking. You what? Go to space? Go up into space with you, Paul? Oh, I don't know. I've been to space before, and I kind of feel like I've done it. I'm not sure. Give me a little bit of time to think about it, and I'll get back to you. Blimey, it's quite a big deal. So, I will think about it. I promise. I will. Yes. Yeah. I will.
Going into space, Paul. Blimey. It does intrigue me, but I'm not sure. I will think about it. I will. I promise. I will think about it.
Oh, darling, it's me, Bettina. Now, Darius and I have been seriously considering your request, your offer, I suppose. As much as I would like to, sort of take a look around space, it is, at my age, at our age, I just wonder if there, how are we going to manage? I mean, how much potential is there for, theatrics? Do you think they'll be interested? Do you think? Damius is concerned, aren't you, Damius? Oh, yes, I am quite concerned. I am concerned how we're going to manage. I mean, we're trying to settle down, and I'm not sure if it's a good time in our lives to be going on such a big adventure. Oh, well, we will consider it. Yes, darling, we will consider it. Definitely, yes. Golly, we'll get back to you.
Paul, I've just got your message about going into space. Golly, space. Oh, I'm not sure. There's lots of things going on at the moment. I'm captain of the football team, and, I don't want to give that up. But let me think about it. I'll get back to you. What? Me? Charlie Kirk go up into space? I'm not sure about that. How many pies are there in space? Are there many pies? Are there lots of pies? Well? Oh dear. I really do need to think about it. I'll let you know. Yes, I'll let you know.
Well, Paul, how's it going? Has anyone said yes yet to coming up into space?
Nobody said yes yet. I've asked Yeti, Uncle John, Comedy, Martin, Bettina, Damius, Albert and Charlie, and I'm talking to some of the others, some of my sort of old school friends, for want of a better word.
Oh yes, oh golly. But you've asked these people, you've asked everyone, but they've not said no, but they've not said yes.
Exactly that, Ick, yes.
The other thing is, Paul, have you told them that, have you told them that this is going to be the last episode?
No. I really should have put it in the same email. But, yeah. I haven't told them. I think I ought to. Listen, is there any way we can get some Sutton Park clips? Or, just a clip or something? Do you know where Martin and Cromitty keep them?
Yes, Paul, yes, I'm sure that, yes. I'm sure that we can get that sorted for you.
Oh, yes, we must speak to Cuthbert as well.
Oh, yes. I'm sure Cuthbert would like to go. I'm sure Cuthbert will come.
I hope so. Oh, golly. Listeners, we're going to put a Sutton Park clip on. Yes. I hope you enjoy it. It's coming up now, I think.
Yes, Paul. It's coming up now. Some Sutton Park from the 1990s. Yes.
Some Sutton Park from the 1990s.
No! My plan has failed. That is Horner. We should have let the plan stay. We should have waited until he was in the room.
Father, do not worry. We must consolidate our losses. We must forget. We must be quiet. We will have another plan. We must not reveal ourselves. Quiet.
Oh, God, Horner. What's been not another attempt on our lives? It's the second time. I just got over being bitten by that bloody insect. Gas, it wasn't like fire, it was like hallucinogenic stuff. It was sort of like pot or something. I don't know, just something really weird. It was just drowsiness. Oh, thanks for coming in. I don't think I'd have been here if you hadn't have got through the cupboard. I locked the door and... Thanks, Horner. I owe my life to you again.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Get off, stop it. Simon! Oh, damned thing.
I think it's out. Paul, are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine, Horner, now. I've recovered.
What about Simon? Seems to be in some sort of trance. I don't know. Oh dear. I can't click my fingers. Clive?
It's 4:54 p.m.
Can you... Simon is... Oh my goodness, there's a nasty burn there. Whoever would have done that sort of thing? I can't believe it. George! Gavin, are you alright? No. You alright? Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, dear. What's been happening? You've got masks on. Gavin, you've got masks on. How did you know? We smelt the fire and we quickly stuck these, caviar bags on our heads. Oh, quick thinking there. My goodness. Are you alright, Gavin?
I'm fine, thank you. Absolutely fine. Leave me alone, thank you.
Yes, well, you'll be alright. I think he's coming round.
Simon? Simon, you had a nasty, thing.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The hypnotism did not work properly. Let's just hope he does not remember what we did. Simon? Simon, can you remember what happened? Simon, how did you get like this? Who put that thing in your head?
I cannot remember. I am totally blank.
Oh dear, that's not good news. Oh dear, I wonder what happened.
It's 4:56 p.m.
Yes, Clive, I think you may need a bit of a medical attention. We must need your help. Come on.
It's 4:57 p.m.
There you go, Simon. Looking a lot better. Never mind. Hi, viewers. Hi, oh, thank goodness Simon is looking better, thank goodness. There's a nasty hole, but I put a plaster on it, he should be better soon. I think we're going to have to do something. I'm hoping to go back to Easter, go back home for Easter in a few days. Anyway, gonna have to sort something out. Oh, Paul, I tell you, I'm worried. Worried about what, Horner? Kerry. It's Kerry. There's really a sign of him. His room's changed round, but these flashbacks I keep having, I just fear, a nasty feeling something awful has happened to him. He should have contacted us by now. What if someone's got at him? What if someone's killed him? What if he's dead? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? He's our best chance of defeating the evil of the park. We need his help. And if he's dead, we're done for. Hello again. Horner's getting a bit worked up at the moment, and I'm trying to calm him down. I just wanted to chat with you. It's a bit worrying that we can't find Kerry. I haven't seen him since the day in Nottingham. That's getting on for quite a while now. He's obviously been here. He's changed. The room's changed around a bit. Anyway, as I say, I'm hoping to go back for Easter holidays in a couple of days. So I don't really want to be hanging around much longer. But I'm worried, and if Hal Horner's worried, it's not going to be much fun. So maybe I'll stay a bit longer. A bit of jaggedy filming there. Sorry. A bit of zooming in now. Still haven't got used to this zoom lens. It does go much faster than my old camera. Anyway. We still haven't found out who on earth set Simon up with that bomb. With that thing in his head. I don't know who that could have been. Probably Katrina Hortensia or someone like that. Someone who wants to get rid of us. Anyway. I think we'll probably be sending Simon off back to school as soon as possible, get him out of the way of problems. Arnold and Ben are going to stick around over the holidays and see if they can do anything like that dimensional thing, trying to get Cleo back. Obviously we can't do anything like that because we can't see her, but they're still tinkering around with stuff. As for Clive, I don't know what Clive's going to be doing over the holiday. He hasn't said whether he's going to come with us or wants to stay back here or what. Anyway, better go and talk to Horner. He's very concerned at the moment. I shall see you in a little bit. Alright? I'm just very concerned, Paul. Just this strange flashback things I keep having with Kerry in them. I fear he's going to get himself into trouble, or he has been into trouble, or I don't know. It's just very, very alarming indeed. I don't like it. But calm down, Horner. Calm down. You won't do any help yourself by worrying. Of course I worry. Kerry and I used to argue a lot at the times, and I wouldn't exactly say we're friends now, but with a certain respect for each other. Well, I do anyway. I have respect for him, I suppose. I mean, he still hates my guts. I mean, remember all those times we used to argue? We used to argue all the time, didn't we? But that was when he was controlled by Azrael and things, and he wasn't thinking straight. I'm just worried about him. He's one of the team. If anybody can help us and get us involved, get rid of those menaces from the government, it's him. We can do without having problems with the government and with Creatures of Sutton Park. If they're going to ally together, it's not a good day at all. Look, Horner, calm down. We don't know anything's wrong with him. He may just be keeping low profile. Low profile? Oh, well, he could be getting into trouble, that's all I'm worrying about. Could be getting himself into trouble. Look, come on, Horner, we'll go upstairs, go and have something. Calm down. We've got to sort something out whether Simon's going back home for holidays. Yeah, I suppose so. He's just looking a bit deflated, but yeah, we should be alright. Alright, Simon. Come on along, we'll kind of sort you out with going back home, I think.
4:20 a.m.
Oh, that damn Clive. With his noisy music. What does he listen... I can't get this mask off, Gary. Bloody mask.
I know. I cannot get mine off. It is not nice. I do not like it. Oh. Not only have we mucked up our plans, but we have got a head full of carrier bag. Uh-oh. Here comes someone. Better be quiet now. Let's be quiet.
Yeah. Quiet. Yes. Ow. Quiet. Hey. Ooh. Hiya, viewers. Horner seems very worried about Kerry. Very odd how the snow started out there as well. It wasn't like that a few minutes ago. Well, half an hour ago. I must say, we haven't seen Kerry for a few days, but I don't think there's any reason to actually be worried about where he is. He's probably busy. Horner?
It's 8:40 a.m. It's 8:40 a.m.
Listen, I'm worried, that's all. Don't keep going on about it to me. I'm sorry for shouting. I just feel worried, that's all. I've got good cause to be worried, haven't I, George? Well, I should think it'd be okay. I didn't want to hear that. You shouldn't have said that. Can't you get the gas mask off? No, I'm sorry, no. It's stuck. I'm just worried, Paul. Just worried. Worried? I know you're worried. It's not natural. It's something to do with this gun, isn't it? It's giving you the shakes. You're not acting natural, Horner. You're... Horner, you've got to calm down. Kevy will be fine. You'll be alright. Please, calm down. Yes. Alright. Yes. Calm down. That gun, it really did get to me when I was in the park that day. Snow, though. Snow. Look, don't worry, Horner, it's clearing up. No, it's still snowing. Could be out there. Horner, calm down. Right. You're right, it's not very thick, is it? Look, it's not very deep. It's only a small bit. It'll be alright. Right. Viewers, that's so strange. It's only been about 25 minutes or so since I last talked to you, and the snow's gone, the weather's clearing up. It's very strange. Very strange indeed. Horner seems to have calmed down, so at least that's a good... Somebody on the stairs. It might be Kevy. Oh, it's you.
It is I, Maudlin Mummy. I have message for you. You are wanted. You must return to the hills.
The hills?
You must return to the hills. You are needed. Your help. The Hook Man. He needs your help. You must save him. Save him.
Hi guys, it's me again, Paul. I'm just sending this out to the same lot of people I sent the first time. I'm still planning to go to space in my rocket. Haven't heard back from any of you yet. No definite yeses or nos. I also forgot to say that this is going to be the last episode of the Shy Life podcast, because I don't think that I can keep doing it whilst I'm in space. Just don't think it's going to work. I don't think my contract with my host website place company, I don't think it's going to be valid once I'm in space. I will probably keep recording, but it'll be more of a diary than a podcast, possibly. And I don't know, maybe I'll use bits and pieces, or, well, who knows? I don't know. All I need to say is that this is the last episode of the podcast. So obviously you can feel free to continue podcasting. I can't offer you the Shy Life podcast name because I do feel that is attached to me. But hey, those of you who stay at home, if you want to do another podcast, I'm happy to do, sort of some training or something. It's not that difficult. All you really need is an iPhone or something to record with. You can have more technology, a lot of podcasts do, but I've always managed with quite simple technology. But anyway, but if you want to send any messages, whether you're coming to space or you're not coming to space, if you want to send any sort of goodbye messages to the listeners, then please do. But the time is running out. Sorry, I meant to mention this earlier, but anyway, okay. Sorry to spring this on you, but it's been a good few years. I want to thank you all for helping out, doing what you've done. I couldn't. Well, I say I couldn't have done it without you, but I guess I could have done. But I don't think it would have been as much fun. Okay, all right. Love you lots. All right. Bye bye. Okay. Do you think that sounded all right, Ick?
Oh yes, Paul. I think that sounded fine. You'll probably get some replies pretty quickly. I imagine you will.
Yes. Are you sure I can't, convince you to come with me?
No, Paul, look, I've told you. I do have my own responsibilities. And I think if you're not going to be here, it's probably time that I went back to my own planet. Yes. But anyway, as you say, it's been fun. And it's not goodbye forever, just goodbye for now.
Yes. Oh look, I can see messages coming in. Golly. My phone's ringing as well. Well, I think they're more worried about the podcast finishing than me leaving.
Oh, Paul, don't be silly. No, they're just sending messages in. That's all. Sending messages.
You're probably right. Listeners, I'm going to play some messages. I hope they're not inappropriate. Probably people cheering me off.
Oh, Paul. No.
Well, I hope you're right. Here are some messages. Well, I'm very sorry. This is me, Charlie Gurr. I'm just calling to say I'm sorry to hear that the Shy Life podcast is ending. I wish you well, as I say, well, anyway, I like the Shy Life podcast. I hope you do something else when you're up in space. Yes. But anyway, yes, right. I need a pie now. Wow, I didn't know you were stopping the podcast too. I was hoping that I would inherit it. Maybe if you make sure you save it somewhere when you're dead, I can I don't know, somehow look after your legacy or something. Will I still get pocket money from you when you're in space? I hope so. Didn't think about that. Oh well.
Oh, darling, I'm so sorry to hear that the podcast's finishing. Oh, well, I guess you need to adapt your talents to being in space, and maybe you're right, the podcast is going to be hard to keep going, but anyway, we've very much enjoyed taking part in it, darling. I don't know what we'll do without it. No, what do you say, Damius? Oh no, it's a very sad day. Oh, the end of the little show. Oh, what was that, Big Fatty? Big Fatty had a little show, didn't he? Oh, darling, yes. But everyone has their own little show these days. Yes, just oh, darling. Oh, I see. Yes, your little show. Oh.
Well, I'm very glad that I was able to take part in the Shy Life podcast for all these episodes, and well, thanks for listening, listeners. It's been fantastic. Parting is such sweet sorrow, as someone once said. I can't remember who it was. It might be Celine Dion. or Cher, or Shakespeare. I get them confused.
Well, Paul, I guess it had to happen. And I can understand why travelling into space, it does cause a difficulty when it comes to recording a podcast. I can quite understand. I really can. Yes, so I'm so glad that we have been able to reconnect, and all the lovely listeners. It's been great to know you, listeners. You take care. Well, I'm quite sad about this. I didn't know the little show was ending. I've always said that maybe I'll do my own thing, but well, we'll see. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. But I know you want to do new things. So, well, the listeners will just have to live with it, won't they? I hope they've enjoyed all the episodes you've done. That we've done. It's a group effort. But anyway, maybe we'll be back. Maybe. Who knows? It does seem pretty final, though. Alright. Oh, dear. Well, listeners, that is about all we've got time for. I usually say that, and I usually know that there'll be another episode coming along. But, well, not this time. But it feels sad because I'm kind of excited about the next step in my career, and golly, it is exciting. But in a way, a little bit sad because, well, I think I'm going to be doing it by myself. I've not had much response, but I can understand it's a big commitment. I'm sure Cuthbert will come with me or something. But anyway, I was hoping that Ick would be here to say goodbye as I say my final monologue, but even he's not here. Anyway, well. It has been a wonderful few years, and I do thank you so much for listening. As I said earlier, I don't really believe that we couldn't have done it without you, because I think I would have done it anyway, even if there was just me listening. But it is lovely to know that I have had listeners over these years, and downloads, new downloads of even the earliest episodes. Every week. So in a way, it's sad to end the show when we are on such a height. Who would have thought that I could have reached the peaks of 20 downloads?
You get a lot more than 20, Paul.
Oh, sorry, Ick.
Listeners, he's playing it down. He's playing for sympathy. He gets a lot more downloads than 20 per episode. Not that there'd be anything wrong if he did get 20 downloads per episode.
Yeah, all right, Ick.
I'm here. I can talk. You see, he's just playing for sympathy again. Totally, he's all by himself.
All right, Ick. Come on, join me. We've got to say goodbye. Ick's going back to his home planet, and I'm going off into space. And if we can, we'll keep in touch, and we'll let you know what's going on. Won't we, Ick?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, listeners. Absolutely, we will.
Right. Well, you take care out there, and make sure you look after yourselves. Do keep in touch. Maybe I'll be able to, access my email from space. I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks again. And we'll catch up again one day, I hope.
Paul, there's some messages coming through. Paul, there are messages.
We haven't got time. I'm running the theme music.
Paul, I'm playing them.
You can't play them. I'm running the music.
Stop that music. Stop that music.
It's too late. It's too late, Ick. It's too late.
No, it's not too late. Listen to these messages.
Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot about this bit. All right, play the messages. Hello, it's me, Yeti Uncle John. Just wanted to say, I can't let you go to space by yourself, Paul. I want to come. I want to come to space with you.
Beep.
Hello, Paul. It's me, Cromity. I've thought about it quite a lot, and I have decided that, yes, count me in. I'll be coming to space with you. It sounds like a wonderful idea. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to come.
Oh, and me too. And me too, Paul. Martin, I want to come as well.
Oh, that's marvellous, Martin. Marvellous news. We'll both be coming.
Hello, darling, it's me, Bettina. Darius and I have been talking, and we've decided we can't let you go to space without us. So, pick us up on the way, will you, when you leave? Is that possible? Oh, yes, I'm sure you can pick us up, dear. Yes, darling. So we'll be coming up into space with you. It sounds like a wonderful experience. I'm sure it'll be great fun. I'm sure we'll work out things like doing acting on other planets or something. Yes, I'm sure we will. Yes.
Paul, I've decided that the football team is not important, and I'm going to come to space with you. All right? Let me know. I'll be there, coming to space with you. Hello? It's me, Charlie. I've decided that I would like to come to space with you because I imagine there's lots of pies in space, and, I can start a new collection of space pies. It's quite exciting. I can't let down the opportunity. What I will probably do is I will, get one of my lucky likeys to play me, so that the world does not realise that I've gone away. And I'm sure we'll be back soon anyway. But yes, space pies, it's very exciting. Yes, I'm definitely coming with you.
Well, there you go, Paul. All the regulars are going to space with you.
Yes. Well, except for you.
Oh, don't bring that up again, Paul. I've got to go home.
Gosh, blimey, going to space with all of the regulars. Wow, I never thought that they'd just drop their lives and come with me. Really, I'm a very lucky Yeti.
Oh, Paul.
Hello listeners, it's me, Paul the Shy Yeti. We're up in space. It's quite crowded up here. Cuthbert and I are in the cockpit.
I am in the cockpit, listeners. It's me, Cuthbert. I'm up in space! Exclamation.
Yes. Ick has built Cuthbert into he's not just a computer, he's a full robot now. Ick's built him a body. He actually looks a little bit like Ick. It's weird having Cuthbert wandering around and the fact that he looks like Ick. Anyway, as I say, it's quite busy on the ship. Everyone's doing their part. I'm just trying to send this message. I hope you get it. Yes, great fun. Gosh, I don't know where we're headed, but it'll be fun. Oh dear, I won't let you speak to the others. It's pandemonium back there.
I'm up in space! Exclamation.
Dear, yes. I want a space pie.
Let's have a game of football.
What? My hair, it's all messy. Please, everybody, I need space to curl my hair. It's getting quite frizzy.
I wonder if I can ride my bicycle.
Oh, Miss Gladys. I wish I brought Gladys with me.
Darius, darling, you need to learn your lines. Oh, I can't read this. It's in Martian. Oh, don't be silly, dear. Of course you can.
Bye, listeners. I hope you get this. Goodbye for now.
I gotta go now. Bye. Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
So, my grandchildren, that is the story of what happened to, the Shy Life Podcast. They went off into space, and, I came home. Yes. Golly, Grandfather, golly, did anyone ever hear from them again?
Actually, yes. Hello, little aliens.
Oh, it's Paul the Shy
Yes. Ick, why are you doing a voice that makes you sound like you're really old?
Oh, what? What? Paul, you spotted now.
Sorry, listeners. We've had a change of mind. We did go up into space. We managed about a week, and then we just couldn't stand each other. We got on each other's nerves, so we came back again. So this isn't the last episode, after all.
Oh, Paul and me did such a good job at doing a final episode of the Shy Life Podcast.
Well, we're not finishing. We've come back. I've still kept the rocket.
You should hope so.
And Cuthbert, Cuthbert's a robot now, not just a computer. And he looks a bit like you.
I know that. I made him. Oh dear.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, listeners. So don't unsubscribe. We will be back. Sorry. It's not a prank. We did think we'd be leaving, but we didn't, because we're all rather annoying. Yes. being squeezed up in a small rocket. I never expected them all to say yes. That probably was the main problem. If only one or two of them had come along, maybe it would have been fine, but to have the whole lot of them there, golly, bickering away. Dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, Paul, I don't blame you. Oh well, listeners, we'll see you again soon.
Yes, see you again soon, very soon. We're not going anywhere. Please, don't you go anywhere. Gosh. Oh dear. Oh dear. It was awful up there. I couldn't bear it. But it was just so cramped. Everyone had different opinions.
Yes. I do like the smells, though. Interesting smells.
Oh, darling, I thought we could have had a lovely, pantomime or something. Oh, the script was appalling, though.
There was no room to play football. It was not fair. And I did not find any space pies. Oh dear. Oh, most disappointing.
Oh, I'm glad we're not going anywhere, Paul.
I'm glad we're not going anywhere as well, Ick. Oh dear. What are we like?
Oh, what are we like?
If you work that out, let me know.
Oh, Paul. It's the mystery of the ages.
Yes. Oh dear.
Wow, I love that one. Great show, Paul. Yep. That was a good shoot.
Well, listeners, that's about all we have time for. We hope you enjoyed our little episode imagining how the Shy Life Podcast might have ended. Thankfully none of it is true and the show isn't ending, so expect us back here again very soon, unless a giant high-flying badger falls on us all before then, of course. Goodbye for now, and see you again soon. Kiss. Kiss. Kiss! Exclamation.
Well, gotta tell you, I didn't expect that.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost... What's going on? What happened?
Man, was that worth it or not? Oh my goodness, that was a darling little shoe.
521. 521. 521. 521. 521. 521. 521.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.